Introduce our coaches from our unified sports team, and I'll let them introduce the players and talk about the season a little bit. Prior to last year, Cindy Bertzel asked me if we'd be willing to start our unified sports again. She wanted to coach, and I was very excited about that. And Cindy wrote grants from the CIAC. We received a grant from them for last year and also for this year to offset the costs involved. But I'll let them tell you about the program. It's my distinct pleasure to introduce our three coaches, Cindy Bertzel, Jerry Turkowitz, and Matt Gingras.
Thanks for coming tonight and listening to our presentation. So I'm Cindy Bertzel. I'm a health and PE teacher here, 27 years actually this year in Plainville. And this is Jerry Lynn Turkowitz. She's also a school psychologist here. And how many years? 30 years. Oh, she's got me beat. All right. And this is Matt Gingras. Matt, actually, we started the program, Matty and I, 10 years ago, probably 10 plus years right now. Yep. And he was my point guard. And he was actually in the classroom with Marilyn Badner at the time. And we had heard about the program, and so it was Marilyn Badner, and my decision to start a unified basketball team. And Matt was my point guard, he was my center, he was the forward, he was the entire team, actually. So a couple of years ago, we decided the numbers were present, and we decided at that point we were going to start the team again, and I asked Matt if he would be our assistant coach. So Matt is now, again, part of these coaching. And we also brought in the middle school this year to include, so our numbers were sustainable. And we also have, if you're not aware of what Unified is, it's bringing students together with and without disabilities, intellectual disabilities. And so we have partners, and so we have Miranda Lapira and Joey Chacho, who are two of our junior representatives, and they've been with our program for the last 2 years. And we have many more that are just unfortunately couldn't be with us tonight. So I'm going to let Jerry talk a little bit about the program as well. I don't want to hog the mic, so.
So the past couple of years, has been a great experience for everybody. The students with special needs have grown very nicely in their skills. I think you guys will agree to that. Last year took a lot of time to teach them the basic skills of dribbling and passing and shooting. So this year it wasn't as difficult to move them along. We were fortunate this year to bring up 3 of our middle school students also. Amy Tennant, PE teacher at the middle school, wanted to include them. So once a week they came up and practiced with us, and then participated in the tournaments. So we've got a nice group of special needs students that have benefited tremendously. They see their peers in the hallway. They talk to them about the basketball every week. We got practice today, we've got a tournament coming up. The excitement was really contagious. So we've been very pleased to be able to continue the program from last year, and we're going to continue it even further, and Cindy will talk about that in a minute. But what was really nice is watching the relationships that formed with the peer athletes. They are absolutely incredible. They represent Plainville High School and this community in a way that you would not believe. Their kindness, their compassion, their empathy, not only for our students, but for the other team. One of my favorite stories, and Dan's not here, I was going to tell it even if Dan was here, but there was a tournament that we played and the ball came down off the basket. Dan didn't know what to do, because ordinarily he's a competitive guy. He would have grabbed it and gone with it. Dan really was dumbfounded, didn't know what to do. He literally let it bounce off of him so that one of the student athletes was able to get it. Our kids did a really great job, not only for our players, but for the opposing team. If the other team had missed the shot, missed it again, our team would rebound and get the ball back to their athletes. So really, they represent this community very, very well. So we're going to have Joey and Miranda talk a little bit. I was looking to see which one was going to step up to the plate.
All right, I'll go. I'm Miranda Lapira. When Miss Birdsall asked me 2 years ago to help with the unified basketball, I was kind of iffy about it because I didn't really know what it was about. But as time went on and I saw what it was about, it was a really good thing. It was heartwarming to see many of the special needs players get excited about being able to play basketball on a team with themselves, because it brought like us, the peers around the school and the special needs kids together so that they could feel more comfortable around the school, have friends to talk to instead of just being with each other. So through this experience, I've grown to love all of them. They're so sweet. I love watching them just like have a smile every time they make a basket, and I love seeing them in the hallway and they're like, oh, hi Miranda, you know we have a tournament today. I'm like, yeah, how do you think you're gonna do? And it's just really good to see how excited they get about something when they can't really play on an actual team. So they have, even though this is an actual team, I'm saying like a high school team, but it's really a heartwarming thing to see how happy they all get and how much they put into playing basketball. And it was just a growth just to watch everything, and it was a growth with me growing with them, just making friends, and it's just a really heartwarming experience. And this was a really great season. Everyone put a lot of effort into everything, and it was just a lot of fun, and I enjoyed it, and I'm definitely going to do it next year. So that's all I have that I can think of.
I'm Joey Chacho. I've been playing Unified for 2 years. I also played soccer and tennis at the school, but every year Unified basketball is my favorite season. For a couple months, I get every Monday and Thursday at practice, my day is made when I walk in and I see that smile on their face. They're all, hi Joey, as soon as I walk in. It goes a lot farther than the basketball with these kids. I can say I've earned so many friends through this, and at first it was like awkward last year a little bit. You didn't really know how to interact with the kids, but after experience you learn and you're able to do so much with them and watch them grow as basketball players, as people, and it's a beautiful thing to watch, and that's all I got.
I also want to say thank you. See my sister over there? She's the nicest person in the world. I also like to say thank you to Amy over there. She does keep me under control. We all do. But then we got Coach Rashad over there. I look up to that guy. Also, I look up to Mr. O'Page. He's my best friend. And also Coach Rashad and Amy too. And Miss Birdsall over there. I know that. I also want to say thank you to my mom. Also, we're going to win the gold again. Thank you.
Talk a little bit about our future. We plan next year on hosting our own tournament. We were participating in two. We did participate in tournaments in the past. We hosted actually a few years ago. We had a couple of tournaments here, and then our numbers were down a little bit. So next year our plan is to host our tournament here. By the way, Amy, and and then we're going to play a couple halftime games of the varsity boys and girls teams. We'd like to do that. We've already set up, by the way, Amy. And so that is in the plans. And we would like to expand this to like a Best Buddies program and expand it beyond just the sports program. So that is our future. And Miranda and Joey don't know, but we also nominated our partners for the Pettit Be the Change Scholarship award as well. And so we put that in today, and we're hoping that they are recipients of this award.
Cindy had shared brochures that I passed out that explain a little more about the program, but I too would like